What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dreeva. You are now tuned in to We Like It Hawt podcast. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dreeva, and I'm back with another interview. Y'all, I have a very special guest. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? I'm Dame. Me and Dreeva got a lot of history together, so it's such a pleasure to be able to do our show. Looking forward to the conversation.
Y'all, literally, I think I've known him since like the second grade. I remember Doris used to babysit you, right?
Yep.
Literally, we were this young. We were literally taking a nap. One of us peed on that during this nap. It was either you or me, but somebody peed on themselves.
That's crazy. I'm gonna say it was you because I ain't taking that one. That's nuts.
I don't know, but one of us peed.
Ooh-wee.
So now Dame has grown up and he is now working for, is it Apple?
I'm at Google now.
Google, okay. So
Yep.
He's now working for Google. He's a black man in tech. Holla at him.
Yeah.
So yeah, just tell us, before we even get into the interview, let's just do a little icebreaker. This is the ice portion of the show.
Okay. I'm ready. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so first icebreaker question. We're going to play a game called This or That. You just basically tell me this or that.
Gotcha.
First comparison. Apple or Google?
Like from a product standpoint or like working there?
It's going to be from a product standpoint, from a consumer standpoint.
It's crazy. I'm an Apple fan. Like I love everything about iPhones and Macs and all that. So I'm gonna go with Apple. But hey, don't share this too widely, man. I don't want to get in trouble.
Wait, what do you have right now?
I got an iPhone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But then I got a Droid, but it's a work phone though. So they gave it to me. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, you probably got another one too.
Yeah.
So let's see. Online dating or in person? Would you rather meet somebody online or meet someone in person?
So
guys, he is married.
Yeah, for sure. Now this crazy. I've never like dated on apps, right? Like I've never hit the wave or like Plenty of Fish or whatever those dating app. I've never done it.
Did you get married straight out of college?
So I got married in don't do this to me. 2016.
2016?
2016. But I'm just saying, I missed the whole, like, you know how people used to, I don't know, what is it? I don't even know the app names, but like plentyoffish.com and all them my guys used to talk about. I missed that whole wave. I never was a part of that.
Y'all, that's how long he's been out of the game. He said plenty of fish. I don't remember the last time.
Man, hey.
Plenty of fish, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think everybody is now on either Raya or Hinge.
I've never heard of those. Raya
is where you know who Simone Biles is, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And
she
you know
met her husband there?
That's
what happened? Got you.
Celebrities, but like influencers are on there too.
Okay.
So, not just celebrities, influencers are on there too.
Got you.
But yeah. It could be like I be seeing girls on like TikTok on there, and I'm like, you are not famous. Your follower count is this, but yet you're on Riot. But anyway, let's see.
No, so I got to answer. So I think it would be in person for me because can I give you the reason why or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I just think I really want to feel somebody's energy. Like I think it's crazy to be able to like go online and try to put, shoot your riz or whatever they call it now. Like I really want to be able to feel a person's energy. Like just because looks is one thing, but from a personality standpoint, I think it's a totally different game. So that's why I would say in person.
See, you don't even know how to date online. Oh my gosh. Okay, so typically, and actually I've been out of the game for like probably 2 years, but typically this is what you do.
Okay.
Like dating apps have heavily evolved. So there's this dating app called Hinge. On there, you can basically FaceTime somebody and have like a whole little like FaceTime dates prior to meeting them in person.
I like that.
Honestly, you really don't even want to be on there like messaging back and forth like that. The only things you need to do for real on there is like, hey, what's up? Let's FaceTime.
Yeah.
After that FaceTime, if the vibe is right after that, then you meet in person.
Okay.
And even with that, I would say go to like brunch.
For sure. Yeah. I'm with you. Now, let me ask, like, I'm very vain in a way. Like, a woman's voice could turn me off. Or like, if she's not photogenic, like if it comes through the iPhone and she doesn't look how she looks in her picture, I might be turned off. So do you feel like people miss their movements because they're doing the whole FaceTime introduction thing?
I mean, well, how different can you look? I mean, I guess.
Hey.
Well, because honestly, okay, so say the person doesn't look the same, but they do give off good energy.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're basing it just off looks,
yeah, I'm with you.
not even taking into account that person's energy, then you are missing your mark.
I'm with you. Oh, I know we talking, so this is a conversation. Could you be with somebody that you're not attracted to? Wow.
I've done it before, more than once.
Are you still with them?
No.
See.
Check this out.
Okay.
This is what women tend to do.
Okay.
Say we're not all the way attracted to somebody, but we feel like they have a good personality and they have other aspects about them that we do find attractive.
Yeah.
I feel like we trick ourselves into being attracted to them because somebody could be a 5, but they got everything else. And you start looking at this little gremlin like he actually cute. And it's just like... it's really a cute little gremlin.
Yeah, that's real. No, I hear you.
That's what happens. You kind of like trick yourself into thinking like, oh my gosh, maybe he is cute.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how much we want to refer to the last pod, but I will say like, Booby, that's my man's. I didn't agree with y'all when y'all said like, get a person that's a 5 because they'll treat you better. Like, no, like if I turn around and I can't look at that person next to me and like feel that physical attraction, I don't know if I can be with them.
No, we didn't say that. We said be with somebody who adores you. We didn't say
no, that's fair. Okay.
Adore you.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's real.
Because it's a lot of like freaking 10s who will adore you.
That's real.
So here's an example. Okay. I think that Russell Wilson adores Sierra.
Yeah.
And they are two equally yoked because he's very attractive. They are two, that's like an equally yoked couple, and he adores her. Oh,
this a tough one for me because I will say she went through her phase though, right? Like, and no disrespect to Sierra, but I would say like she had Bow Wow, she had Future, she had people that she knew she didn't want, right? Eventually, and maybe that's what made Russell Wilson become more attracted to her because she knew the opposite of what she had before. You know, I don't know.
Oh. Well, okay, yeah. She went through a stage to where she was with guys who didn't value her at the level that
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Bow Wow could have been a good boyfriend to her.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't see him as being like, I don't know. I don't know them folks.
Didn't he like he was about to get married to Erica Mena or something, right? Like Bow Wow was ready for commitment.
Oh, Bow Wow's attractive. The only thing about Bow Wow is he's short, but Bow Wow's very attractive.
What that mean? Oh, look, I love these conversations because he's short. What that mean?
Okay, so genetically, every woman wants to give her her son an advantage. You know, like. You want your son to be able to play and be able to be seen as like.
You said this before. It's crazy. Your son. That's wild.
I don't even think about it like, oh, being attracted to the person. I be thinking about more so like my offspring. Like I need my offspring to be like.
So what's your like go-to height?
It used to be 5'10" or higher, but honestly, I like 6 foot.
Okay.
Or higher, but honestly,
Yeah.
None of that matters. None of that matters.
Okay.
But what I have been seeing is if he's 5'5", 5'6", and under,
Yeah.
they be having complexes. They be having like little man complexes.
Yeah.
So I won't do that anymore.
I got you.
He got to be at least 5'10", at least 5'10".
Respectable. I get it for sure.
And I'm 5'1".
Yeah, I remember. Like I'm about to say, like 5'5" is still a giant to you, low key, but it is what it is.
But here's the thing. My doctor actually predicted me to be 5'5".
Okay.
My shoe size is an 8, like a 7.5, 8. If I was really supposed to be this height, my shoe size would be probably like a 6 or a 7.
Real talk. Oh yeah. So maybe you still growing though. You don't know it.
But yeah, no. This is back.
All right, I got you. My bad.
So let's see. Let's get into a little bit of your tech, your job. You're a black man in tech, and you're living the dream.
Yeah.
What got you into this field?
Yeah. So I appreciate that question. I think so. I grew up, as you know, in a place where it was either you played basketball, you hustle, or you worked at ADM or Caterpillar, right? Like those are our options, you know? And so playing basketball was kind of on my ticket to go to school and all that. And I started working out of college. I worked at State Farm Insurance, and I got into tech there, but it was still like in the financial services industry. So I would go into these like meetings and people had their shirts and ties on and all that. And I felt like I loved the work, but it just wasn't allowing me to be myself. And so I interviewed at Google back in 2014. So they flew me and my wife out to Mountain View and went through the whole interview process. Like, you know, that was the first time I ever experienced somebody like fronting the bill, paying for your hotel, doing all that, right? Like a real interview experience, giving you a rental car and all that. So I went through that and I didn't get the job. And I was like distraught, like, man, damn, like I really wanted that. So me and my wife were like, hey, don't give up. You know, see, I think that's so important to have in a partner, somebody that like really motivates you in a way when you're like down and you can't see what they say, forest from the trees or whatever. So she's like, hey, like, why don't you interview at Microsoft? And I was like, man, nobody want to interview with that old ass company.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, like what? Like I'm cool. But she like, no, like give it a shot. So I actually interviewed at Microsoft and I got the role as an operations program manager in data. So I used to do like, you know, have you heard of Visio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do like Visio process maps for like data and stuff like that. And so I did that. Go ahead.
Before you go on, what was your role at State Farm?
So I had multiple roles. So I was a business analyst at first, and then I got into a practice called business architecture. Mm-hmm. So basically, it aligns the IT roadmap with the business strategy, right? And it makes you like process map for real. And being able to convey people's ideas into like something tangible is how I kind of, describe it.
Okay, so you were in that position, and that placed you. That gave you the credentials to go to Microsoft. And then what was the position at Microsoft? Yeah,
so I want to throw in. So I got into we call enterprise initiatives at State Farm. So basically, it was our executive leadership. So like the CEO and everybody else, they had like this special SWAT group. And I got a job there, and I was an enterprise initiatives business architect. And it made me look at like the business as a whole. And that's what gave me the credentials of, I think, me personally, to start to get these looks at different companies.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I
So then I went there to Microsoft. So I moved to Seattle, which I love Seattle, man. Like people say it's rainy and all that. Like, yeah, it's true, but just being able to hike and like the fish, I'm a seafood person, so the fish was so fresh, like just overall good vibes.
Wait, really quick.
Yeah.
What office were you in with State Farm?
So I was in corporate, what is it?
So you were in Bloomington?
Yeah, I was in Bloomington, yeah. So I split time between corporate south and then the corporate headquarters.
So you went from Bloomington to Seattle?
Yeah, for sure. So didn't know nobody out there. It was just me, my wife, and my baby. But it was a vibe, man. Like I loved it. I loved everything about it. So I started as an operations program manager in our operations team in Microsoft, and then just did that for about a year and a half. And then I got into Xbox. So I was chief of staff / business manager at Xbox. So I don't know. So Xbox is actually ran by a black woman. Her name is Sarah Bond. And so Sarah Bond was a VP at the time, and I worked in her office. So I supported a VP. His name is Kevin Gamble. I'm giving you names because if you're a gamer, you really know these names, right? And like Phil Spencer and all these people. So I got to learn, like I got to understand what real money looked like, right? Like people wearing t-shirts all day, not having on Burberry and Gucci all day. You know what I'm saying? Like they really showed me how to like be in this atmosphere of people with money and how to conduct yourself, right? Like it was awesome. So I did that. But as you know, we from the town, so we always are like looking for the next thing, right? In a way. And I always wanted to live in Silicon Valley. So I applied to Apple, and Apple was actually starting a team for business architecture. If you remember, I said I was a business architect at State Farm, so I had the understanding of the discipline. So I applied at Apple. I probably did like 10 interviews. It was crazy, a presentation, all that. But I got the job, and so I was able to come and be the head of business architecture and start my team from scratch. So it was cool. Like I loved it.
It's really good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I work in Apple Wallet, so every time people would tap their phone for like, buying something, my team was in charge of like the infrastructure behind it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was dope. But wifey was like, hey, I'm ready to get back home. I want to see my family. I done followed you in all these different career paths. And so I applied at Google Cloud, where I am now in Chicago. And right now, like, are you familiar with Google Cloud?
Is it iCloud?
Yeah, so it's like similar, right? Like anytime you do something on your phone, it goes into the cloud, right? Instead of like on premise to an actual server. So I'm in charge of what we call our end-to-end sales and delivery process. So like as people go out there and sell Google Cloud, we want to enable them to do the best job possible, right? Whether that's using Salesforce or using other tools. So I'm in charge of what that process looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, I done bored you to death now.
Well, how do you feel like, because you mentioned that you wanted to get other people from this how do you feel like you can like get them incorporated with what you're doing? Because it sounds like you're doing big things, and you're literally, this is an inspiring story.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Kid that doesn't know that they don't have to play basketball, they don't have to, sell drugs or whatever. There's different paths to follow. You're literally giving them a different path to follow.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you can connect, with the younger generation?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've been trying my best. I think one person that I really want to leverage, and I'm throwing names out there, so I apologize, but Tim C was somebody that I really looked up to. I don't know if you remember Tim C.
I know.
Yeah, so God rest his soul, but I think he kind of made the transition of like
getting a name and establishing businesses.
You feel me? Like and kind of making it cool to be a nerd, right? Like that's what I was trying to show these kids. Like, hey, it's all right, man, to have your books in your backpack like Andrea, right? Like it's all right for that. No, I'm just saying, like, and so I think that's a part of it, but I also think the compensation part, right? Let's be real, the money part. The more I'm able to show that in a way, I think kids will understand, like, nah, he got it, right? I don't have it. Let me be clear, but I'm saying, like, in that industry, like, no, that is a lane that I can go into, and I can really change the trajectory of my family's lives, right? Like that is what it's about. So that's what I've been trying to do. So I mentor kids. I'm in 100 Black Men. I'm part of the Bloomington Normal chapter still. And then if I see a kid that I think has potential or is kind of a tweener like me, is what I call it, like somebody who plays sports but is like kind of smart in a way. I try to just mentor as much as possible.
Well, are you a Sigma too?
I am. Go Mom. Yeah, for sure. The only fraternity out here, right? For sure. It's only right.
But that's another thing that you can leverage though, because the youth, they see fraternities, they like fraternities, and that's just another way to integrate.
Definitely.
Those certain things into the generation.
And one more thing, if you don't mind, like, I'm not even just worried about the youth. I'm worried about people our age too, right? I think people are still trying to figure it out in a way. So I try my best to be a friend, be an advocate, be whatever. You send me a resume, I try my best to send a referral. Like, I do those types of things because I know how easy it is to be 30 something and still trying to figure it out and don't know where to go. I was there before in a way, right? And so I just try my best.
Is this your passion?
Oh, that's a great question. I hate to say certain words, but I feel like I'm anointed in a way that God can use me
as a vessel.
You feel me? So like, I'm passionate about showing people what's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna transition into the whole life and marriage thing.
Yeah.
So you had brought up in our pre-interview a topic that is widely discussed amongst singles, people in relationships, and married couples. And one of the questions is it okay for a married person or a person in a relationship, male or female, to be friends with someone of the opposite sex?
Yeah. So you asking me?
I'm asking.
So I got an interesting take on this. Like, I'm not the person I am today without my female friends, right? Because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've been the perfect husband in any way, right? And that doesn't always mean like cheating, right? That's what people go to, but like just how I interact with my wife, or to your point earlier, like what women think about, right? Like, I really leverage their perspectives and how I treat my wife day to day. So I think it's okay as long as the boundaries aren't crossed and as long as it's established up front what this is. And I always consider cheating as anything you wouldn't do if your partner wasn't there in front of you, right? Like,
I have male friends.
She got a male best friend. They've been cool since they've been in like 8th grade, right?
Is he straight?
He's straight. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. For sure. And I never was insecure about that. But I think it depends on the relationship, right? Like, I think y'all gotta have an understanding up front of what that is. And I don't think she's ever been secretive about anything, right? Like, and honestly, dude is really cool. Like, his name's Miracle too, by the way. He a rapper. Like, go shout him out. Yeah, my bad. I gotta shout him out because he cold. But like, it's just a good dude, right? Like, I never have seen anything other than a brother-sister relationship in that relationship. So, it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a mature answer, huh?
Yeah.
But hold on, you can't just ask me that and then not give your perspective. Like, what you think?
Okay, so me, honestly, I'm not insecure like at all. Yeah. I don't be caring. As long as she's respectful towards me, and she know what it is between me and mine, I don't be caring. All right. But
have you been watching Amanda Seals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I did a deep dive into Amanda Seals.
Okay.
Did you see? Okay, yeah, we can talk about it. Did you see? She had like a burner account where she was like telling everything.
Yeah. So I'm torn, right? Because I got a daughter, I got a wife, and I think that I don't know how much you want to get into it, but like harassment in any way, shape, or form from a man is not like it's such a no-no, right? It's a negative thing. But I also think that when women accuse a man of something that is not true, there needs to be some type of something behind that, So I don't know if you saw with Myron Rowe, who is a former football player, who's a doctor now, who's had an amazing life, and Amanda Seals was trying to holler at him and he wasn't going. And she was talking about how he sexually assaulted all these people and stuff like that. Like, I think something's really wrong with her.
Oh, well, yeah, she did. Like, she got diagnosed as, like, bipolar.
But I get it. But, like, is that enough?
Someone mentally ill, they can do a lot of things, honestly. Yeah. Like, mental illness is...
it's a big thing, for sure.
It is a very big thing. People can be mentally ill and literally try to kill you and not know, like, for real.
Fair.
Oh, that's why I'm saying, like, she.
Did you see the interview with Shannon? Did you watch it?
I've never seen.
Okay, yeah, Club Shay Shay, right? She just did one.
Oh my gosh! You know about
who?
Thinking about Amanda Bynes.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. No.
I was thinking about Amanda Bynes.
Oh, wow. Hey, no, same person though, right? In a way, like very, but
two different people. That's two
different people for sure.
Amanda Bynes is really mentally ill. Oh my gosh, you're talking about Amanda Seals.
Yeah,
she's very outspoken. Like, okay, now we're on the same.
Not speaking. Okay. So your thoughts though on her?
Why you let me say she was diagnosed bipolar?
No. Amanda Seals was though. She just said it.
Oh, she said she had autism.
All right, my bad. But I thought that's where you were going. But yeah, like, just thoughts on her. What you think though?
Okay, my thoughts on Amanda Seals. Okay, yeah. Somebody made this comparison, and I thought that it was very interesting. Okay. Her and Cat Williams did two of the same type of interviews, and everybody is praising Cat Williams on his just authenticness and his ability to speak truth on certain issues that are happening in the industry. Yeah. Amanda Seals doing the same thing, but she's being looked at in a negative light as being, problematic, angry Black woman, this, and this. But yet, her, like a male counterpart, does the same thing. He's looked at in a different way.
I see how people can think that. My only thing is when Shannon challenged her on some of her thought process, you could see.
I can see clip.
Okay. You could see how she felt super defensive, and you could just see her personality sometimes. I think with Cat just kept it real about people. He didn't really talk about
Did Shannon press Cat though?
Say it one more time.
Did Shannon press Cat the way that he pressed Amanda Seals on certain issues, on certain things that he was saying?
I don't think he was pressing her. I think he was trying to give her an alternative thought process. Cause let me give you a little bit, right? She was saying how she went to her teacher in high school in Orlando, Florida, because she corrected her teacher, right? And Shannon was like, well, growing up where I'm from, a kid that corrects a teacher, no matter what race they are, a teacher will be offended. And Amanda was saying, oh, it's only because she's racist that she felt the way because I corrected her. So he was really just challenging her thought process, and she was super offended.
Yeah. Well, Amanda was the one that was in the classroom, and she was the one who had interactions with the teacher every single day. And if she felt
like a woman's handbook, is this in a woman's handbook? Because that's exactly what she said. Men try to do this all the time. We're yeah, for sure. She said the exact same thing. Yep. So my bad. Let me stay out of that one. Then I'm gone. Yeah. I'm cool.
No, because if you are in a situation with somebody every single day and you're having interactions with them every single day and you're seeing certain patterns, sometimes just telling this one story isn't giving enough perspective to the person that you're telling it to.
So
I
get it.
So Amanda may have felt that way because she was literally experiencing it every single day with this person.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. No. Okay, that was my one question I had for you. I'll think of my other ones a little later.
That is crazy that I was thinking about Amanda Bynes the whole time. I was like, pray for Amanda. No, for real. Because did you see the whole documentary? I didn't see it because I don't have HBO Max, but anymore. But I'm gonna get it when Game of Thrones comes back. But did you see the whole, documentary with the Nickelodeon kids?
Yeah, it was sad because I mean that's our era, right? Like watching all that and watching Keenan and Kel.
Did you watch?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so like, what are your thoughts on it?
Like, as an adult that has a young child who has friends that are young children, I just think it's sickening, man, that a person of whatever race, whatever gender prize on a child, right? Like the innocence of that. Like they just had dreams. And so to see somebody take advantage of that, it just sucked to see, man. Like the Drake and Josh dude, I can't remember which one it was, but like just the dude that he really was like interacting with and thought he had his best interest at heart, and the whole time he was grooming him, like that was very tough to see.
And what's crazy is this is happening in Hollywood every single day. Justin Bieber, if you do any research on him, my heart goes out to Justin Bieber. Real talk.
Yeah.
Justice for Justin. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Because as bad as Diddy is, it was done to him. It's a never-ending cycle in Hollywood.
Yeah.
As bad.
It's tough, man. But the part that was tough to see the most is the parents that knew what was going on, but was painted in a certain way of like, no, they're the ones that are causing the problems and the issues, and they kind of got moved out the way, right? And so they can do what they wanted to do from a predatory standpoint. Like, I don't know if you saw, I can't remember. I keep saying, I don't know if it's Drake or Josh. I think it's Drake. But his dad, like, just to see him and how crushed he was, because he was like, man, I knew it. Right? Like, I was saying that this dude was sick, and then come to find out he was really that. Like, so, yeah.
Okay. Now, what's been going on lately with the rap beefs? I talked about this last interview, but we're gonna bring it back with Drake and Drake. Well, honestly, it's really Drake versus everybody.
For sure.
How do you feel?
Man, so I'm a nerd. Let me first and foremost say that, right? Like, I love everything computer, everything AI. I understand it's dangerous, but what Drake did was absolutely fucking genius. For him to take Kendrick's idols and have them talk to him in the diss was amazing to me.
Oh,
and,
I didn't.
So okay, all right, yeah. So Pac, right, and Snoop are Kendrick's idols, right? And so Drake wrote the verses. Then he put their voices on there, and I just thought it was genius. I don't understand everybody else's uproar and like that's cheating and this and that. Like, battle rap is creative. Like, it's an art. It's a war. Like, I'm pulling out all the stops. So I just think, personally, Drake is top 3 for me. I'm not a hater. So Jay-Z is number 1 for sure. I gotta go Wayne number 2 because I just think the mixtape era with Wayne was amazing. Drake is number 3. I gotta give you my top 5 just because we here. Jadakiss is number 4, and this is not the cool thing. I think Jadakiss really can rap. And then number 5, man, it's not especially now with all the controversy. I think Jeezy, man, like Jeezy music in our era was crazy. So for sure.
Let's get into it quick.
Okay. Before I officially made it official with my wife, like boyfriend, girlfriend, I will not say names, but they are on a VH1 show. I had a relationship with that person, and I was staying. Well, let me clarify that. I never was boyfriend or girlfriend with a person. I was staying with the person, and
hold on.
Yeah. Hold
on.
It's my story. It's my truth, so I don't care. Like, we can say, and I ain't clout chasing or nothing, man. So I'm just keeping it real. Like,
hold on. You knew I was about to say something.
Yeah, whatever. It's my truth. They can say what they want to say. I don't want no smoke with nobody, man. But it's what it is, you know.
Okay. I ain't even gonna tell you to say no name, but
Yep.
Okay, you said they was on a VH1 show.
Yeah, they was on a VH1 show.
What VH1 show?
Black Ink.
Black Ink. Which one? What city?
I mean, that's giving it away, right? Chicago.
Okay.
Yep.
Not Charmaine.
No, it wasn't Charmaine. It wasn't Charmaine. Stay with her is what I was trying to say, and we just didn't work, man. And ooh, don't do that. Okay.
Wait, how long was you talking to her? Was this before they had their kids?
Yeah, this was way. So it's crazy, man. Damn, you got me spilling. Dreamer TV. What is this? So what happened was, and everybody know this story, so I ain't really telling nothing that ain't already known. Me and was like talking or whatever, and me and Andrea was talking as well, but I was staying with.
Wife's name is Andrea, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. Let me clarify. Yeah, my bad. So I was just feeling Andrea like that was my thing, and I was staying with at the time or whatever. So I wasn't always at the crib, and so it was like it really ain't no future between me and you. I feel it. I'm like, hey, I see it too. So
she's the one whose dad got you the job.
No, I ain't gonna give you her name, but no, that's not her.
Wait, so you was talking to essentially 3 people?
Was I?
Because you was with the girl.
That's them books in your backpack that make you do math like that. That's crazy.
I'm just thinking, this is what you're telling me. So you was talking to the girl. Job.
Yeah.
Working at the call center.
Man. Do it to you. Like, don't work there.
Is that where you met the?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, and then that's where you met the girl. Your wife.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. So, he was talking. Me and Andrea was talking. Andrea had her own spot, so I was spending majority time over there. And then one day, like, I want to go to Missouri, right? I'm like, all right, I'll buy you a train ticket or whatever. She wanted to go see her best friend. So I don't know how all this happened, but allegedly that's where she met.
Oh.
And that's when they started talking or whatever. So when she came back to Bloomington, she was like, excuse me, where you gonna stay?
And then that's when you went to your wife.
Exactly. And that's when her and started their beautiful marriage, man, and amazing kids, right? Like, I'm not here to shit on nobody, but that's just how it happened. And so to your point though, like, we just weren't compatible, man. Like, living there with her, like, we just seen the world differently, and like it just, was what it was. So
I mean, I honestly can't see your personality with her.
So that's one thing I will say. I want to defend her in a way. I don't think this show.
Why did you see that? Did you just see that too?
That's the world. Yeah, But I don't think this show did her justice, man. I think this show kind of depicted her to be a crazy baby mama and all that. Like, I think that was honestly just for the show. Like, she's such a cool person, man. Like, I ain't got nothing negative to say about her. I just think it just wasn't meant for me and her, right? Like, I wish her the best, but them shows sometimes is crazy. So I gotta give you another one. I'm switching over now, but my cousin was on Ready to Love this last season.
Wait.
Ready to Love with nephew Tommy?
Oh, okay. So I've seen like older seasons of that, but I don't know how and all that.
So my cousin is Alonzo, and if this go to your viewers, they will know. But that's my first cousin. That's my blood cousin. That's my homie. And he was the choked or spanked. I don't know if you saw that kind of floating the internet.
Alonzo, Ready to Love. Let me just.
Yeah.
Does he have locks?
Yeah, he got dreads. Yep.
Okay, so now what about?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, them shows sometimes, in my opinion, don't always depict the person. That was my point. Like, they do them storylines and they make you seem a certain way, but as I know, like I said, that's my cousin. Like, he really was ready to love, and so to depict him in a way of like he was such a cheater and a liar and this and that, like, it just wasn't cool in my opinion. But it is what it is.
Okay, I think I may know the clip that you're talking about. Was he like on a date with somebody and she kept on trying to redirect the conversation and he said choked or spanked or something like that?
So what happened was they was texting, and you know how it is when you first start talking to somebody, man. Like you text them like multiple questions and you answer, right? Like, what's your favorite food, whatever. So I guess he texted choked or spanked, and when he texted that, she got super offended. And I'm like, man, we grown as hell. Like, you could have said, like, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. But the one thing I will say about Cuz, he should have stood on what he said and tried to flip it in a way, and it made it seem like he was a liar and all that. So, yeah.
But she was, then they went on a date or whatever. And he said it on a date, didn't he? Or something?
Something like that. Yeah, he brought it back up.
I wish I saw the clip a long time ago, so I don't know. I can't.
It's all good. Yeah. I'm only saying it to say, like, them shows sometimes, like, again, just to pick people to be people they ain't, right? Like, I just don't, I ain't rocking with that. And
do you watch those?
You say what?
Do you watch any of those shows, like any other reality show? Did you see Love is Blind?
I have not seen that one. That is the one I want to see because I hear about it all the time.
I was gonna ask about Clay.
My bad.
Okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Is there anything that you would like the viewers to know? Or anything that you have coming up right now? Like what, okay, because you said that you had this initiative going on to where you're trying to get young Black people. Were you focusing on young Black people or just anybody?
Man, young Black people, for real.
Okay.
You know, that's my focus. I think I'll just say, like, it's okay to, like, be bigger than your circumstance, your situation, right? Like, I think sometimes people don't understand, like, they could be more than what they see day to day. Even with you, right? Like, I don't know what you've been exposed to, but, like, what you're doing with your entrepreneurship and your podcast and all that, I don't think, and I'm speaking probably out of turn, but there wasn't a blueprint set for you.
No.
Right? I mean, there wasn't, like, somebody that you could talk to that could really, like, just pick their brain. And so, like, it's hard to be trailblazers sometimes and then, like, change the direction of people's lives. And that's the goal, honestly.
For real?
It's beyond sports. It's beyond looking cool, got the best car and all that. Like, just being able to, like, break barriers is what I'm trying to do. So I know you're trying to do the same thing. And that's why I support you wholeheartedly.
I'm trying to break barriers and I'm trying to raise our consciousness.
For sure. As
a collective.
Yeah.
Let's tell people where they can find you.
You can't. No, I was just playing. Dame217 is my Instagram. I promise y'all I'm not a social media person. I'm not popping like that. But LinkedIn, you can find me on there.
No, somebody super, like, corporate.
LinkedIn, right? Like, that's where I spend the majority of my time. But honestly, I'm being wholehearted when I say this. Like, if there's somebody out there that is very interested in tech and wants to get into that career, like, I don't know if you reach out to Driva or reach out to me. Like, I am an advocate, man. I know how tech is changing my life, and I want to do the same thing for other people. So.
That is amazing. That is really amazing and super inspiring. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, I'm going to have all of his information at the bottom of this episode. So anybody who truly wants to get involved in that space can definitely have the resources to reach out to him for that.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. And yeah, bye-bye.
Hot Squad out.